Hi, guys. Welcome back. And I am saying that to myself since I was not here last week. I hope you missed me, but if you didn't, well, I'm back. And with us, we have,
Hi, I'm Andres.
Hello, guys. This is Luis.
Hi, Mash.
and today, S7 is not going to be joining us, or perhaps we'll get a surprise visit from him later. We shall see. But don't worry, guys. There's nothing wrong happening with the seven. It's just the move. He's now joining us in Southern California. So, that takes a toll on people. So, rest up and we will carry on. Today, we will be going to be drinking with Ash. What are you drinking, Ash?
I'm gonna butcher the name absolutely, and I'm gonna go ahead and bet that Andres knows what this is.
The Fin du Monde.
Thank you. It is that, and I was very afraid of pronouncing it because I was like Lafun de Monde it, and I was like,
Du Monde.
that's what I'm drinking. And then also with always because I need a hard alcohol Jameson, but I am drinking this. I have not tried it yet because I didn't want to pop the top until we were doing the show.
Oh,
Guinea pig.
What type of beer is it?
It's a Belgian style triple ale,
Ooh.
Repel.
9% alcohol. It's not that bad. I don't
9% for a triple, as
might have been the two I had prior, but
we
it's
just
not.
got corrected.
It's not as heavy as I usually like when I have an ale. Like bro, you're having an ale, but this is like more like a 40 as we call it on the streets of Monterey Park.
Ash, have you ever had a stout?
Well, I mean,
Not
Used-
like Guinness, a
early
different like, imperial stout.
what?
Oh, go ahead. Continue
No.
on your thought.
I was making it a joke, but no, I don't know. When I go to breweries, I just like if I were to go with Andreas, I would say like the blondest thing they have there. Because usually when you go to a brewery, it's like McHale's Dick, and I'm like, I don't know what any of these are. Like, I don't know because you have to know. I don't know either the lingo or the whatever, or you like the Hawaiian tree skirt. Like, I have no idea what any of this is. So I just kind of, or if they have a cool theme like the Metallica something, then I have to have that.
Got it. But you like lighter beers, as you said.
Yeah. So I can keep
Okay.
going. The heavier the beer, then the more I'm gonna nurse it.
Interesting. I would really like to see a bottle logic, and then we'll pick some stouts for you. Because you won't. I don't think that you will take it that easy because they're really tasty. Like they're not. You should definitely take it easy, but I mean, I don't think that you can because they're really tasty.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
'cause
Ubering
I think I
somewhere.
can.
because they're like 14s and 16s.
Yeah, you just told me take it easy with alcohol, so you're already
That's not
lost.
gonna happen. Yeah.
Just wait till you start filming with us. Oh no, we do shots.
We'll just
Oh,
rent.
dear.
Wait, where's Bottle Logic again? Shout out Bottle Logic.
Anaheim.
Oh, that Uber drive's not too bad. We could do that.
It's off the
And a
91.
crime. You could always take
Oh,
Dana.
right.
Nah, that bitch drinks too. So if I get sloshed, so will she. I say bitch lovingly. Don't give me that face, guys.
I didn't say anything. I
No, I'm not you, Andres. Ash over
Sadly,
there.
we've gotten
Yeah.
used to it.
thought you were gonna say the other bitch, and I was like, oh, I'm getting too comfortable.
Oh, that pose was like taking off the earrings, like you're about to start some shit.
Oh,
Hell.
God. So where did you get your beer, Ash? Where can we get that beer? Was it a gift?
Here's the thing: is I have visitors when we do skits and we do So when I did the promo for last week, my friend Vanessa brought this beer, but she brought this beer because I let her know that I always have Corona and Evan Williams, so I never have anything interesting. So I so when she brings over a beer, I'll keep it in the refrigerator like forever. Oh, that sounds bad, but like for however long until it's my turn for the drink, because I don't like saying I have the same thing over and over. So that's all. But yeah, she brought this and I was like, how am I gonna say this? She's like, I don't know. I was like, all right. So
That's
then
good.
I was
That's
like, I waited till Andrea said it, and then I knew how to say it.
That's a good host mentality. Good job, sir.
Thank you,
Expand your
Thank you,
horizons.
Vanessa, for sponsoring this week's drink.
sir. I'll find out where she got it.
And then last week, Ash, you had the recommendation of the show, correct? What was that show?
It was a movie called
Oh,
True
sorry.
Romance. It's okay. You weren't here. True Romance.
Got it. And it was you, Luis, that watched the movie?
It absolutely was. I will preface this with saying, so True Romance is a film that is currently streaming on HBO Max, and right after at the end of the episode, I searched for it and I found it, and the little thumbnail for it, I was like, I'm not gonna like this.
Really?
It was in 1993, 91 or 93.
Was it the cover of the movie, or was it just like a scene in the movie?
It was a scene in the movie. It was a scene where Christian Slater is standing by the car with the love interest, the girl.
Okay.
And they're just staring at each other and there's like a highway behind them. It's like before they fuck at the phone booth. Spoiler alert. But it's just like a still of that. And I'm just like, you can see it looks aged. It's not like high def, and I'm just that was my first impression of it. So I'm just like, God damn it, I'm not gonna like this film. And so I put it off, and I actually forgot about it. And then I realized, I'm like, shit, I have to watch it. So then on Monday, I grudgingly put it on, just like, let me just fucking get this review out. Holy shit, was I blown away within the first 5 minutes. I wanted to not like it, I guess. Like, I hit play and I take out my phone immediately, and I'm just like, what am I gonna look at? And the scene opens up with you right away. The director does an amazing job of, you get to see who the character is, you get to see what he's about, and then it goes right into what the plot of one of the three plots in the film of what it is, and it really hits the ground running. You know, like, yeah, it hits the ground running, and there's a lot of well-known names in this movie, and they're such small roles, but they're such pivotal roles. Like, I'm not gonna go too much into all the individual parts, but Gary Oldman, he was Jack Sparrow before Jack Sparrow was Jack Sparrow. Like, he had the look, he had like his movement was all weird. Like, it was just phenomenal acting. Like, I didn't see Gary Oldman like holy shit, like I don't know, it was so great in so many different levels, that it's just highs lows. Like, it's an emotional roller coaster. I know that's a cliche thing to say. I absolutely loved the movie. Perfect recommendation. I say it's like an instant classic. I regret that I didn't watch it in my youth, that I watch it all like now, but it wasn't lost on me that it's an amazing film. I loved it. It's gonna be like, I'm gonna own it digitally because I don't have DVDs anymore. But that's my plan, to own it digitally. I'll give it for the type of film that it is and how much I enjoyed it, 9 out of 10.
Very good. Very good.
A little footnote. Christian Slater. He is in. And
Broken Arrow.
I forgot the name of it, but it's a Peacock show of where they're Dr. Death. Thank you. He's in Dr. Death, and he plays a surgeon that's trying to stop the shitty doctor from doing what he has to do.
Pacey.
What's that?
It's Pacey from Dawson's Creek.
Oh,
Yeah, he's trying to stop Pacey. Yeah.
And it was, he was probably one of the best parts of the series. Like between Alec Baldwin, obviously, is also really great, but he was probably one of my favorite things in the movie. And so seeing this was such a treat to see like young him. Again,
not to go off base, but the great thing about that is that it's Alec Baldwin being like Alec Baldwin. No, we got to do this the right way, and it's fucking Christian Slater being the loose cannon.
Yeah,
like no, fuck that. No, let's just stop him. Like let's just fucking get a gun and fucking like just whatever we have to do. This bitch. When I say this bitch, I mean more in a general term. This bitch doesn't want to stop him.
Trust me, I get it.
Let's go take him out. Yeah, I know you do. Let's just go take him out, take him into the bucket, and just break his hand so he can't work. And Alec Baldwin's very much like, I want to do what you want to do, but I want to do it the right way. So it's like, it's that dynamic with this guy thinking he's untouchable. So Dr. Death was pretty good. Sorry,
very good. Yeah. But no, great recommendation, sir. I tip my hat to you. I don't know why I thought that I wasn't going to like it. I had no idea what to expect, but very well done, sir.
I'll get into the you might not like later. I had to go with the safe thing.
Got it.
Okay.
Back to you, Carmen.
Is she frozen?
I don't know.
Yeah, frozen.
So we're going to move right into comments. So we are looking at... Okay, so we're going to start. Usually I start from the most recent to the older ones. I'm going to start with the older ones to the more recent. And so it's going to start with a return comment from Riley Yoza, one of our new subscribers.
Riley.
What's up, Riley? Did a deep dive on our YouTube. And once again, you guessed it, Batman Loves Superman, the clip that continues to get hundreds of hits per month, despite how much content we put out. That is still our Trojan horse.
What would you think is more? What would you think is more? Is it Batman versus Loves Superman, or is it that girl that does the shot off her forehead?
Oh, the shot off the forehead for sure.
Yeah, I was like,
didn't that hit 1 million?
That thing was crazy. The amount of followers we got off of that thing was nuts.
It's crazy how quickly the fame got to my head.
Like,
yep.
Why?
Did not transfer at all.
Sorry.
No shit. And so Riley Yoza comments, "Why are they not together yet?" Crying emoji face. We don't know why. That is probably one of the biggest mysteries of the world, similar to what is and why is the Bermuda Triangle, and where does Sasquatch live? We don't know the answers to these questions. That's okay.
You glossed over like the meaning of life for the Bermuda Triangle.
I said Bermuda Triangle. That was the first thing I said.
I'm saying you skipped it for those two.
Yeah. Meaning of life, that one too. And moving on.
Kind of weird because with how old Bruce Wayne is in Titans, I have no idea how they're gonna get into Damian. No pun intended. It's like, yeah, bro, it's not gonna, like, he's gonna be all Damian. Like, so when did you have the kid? At 70? Like, it's not good. Sorry, go ahead.
Depending on what story.
I mean, he could have just smashed. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He's already like.
Yeah. Didn't Talia hide him from?
Yeah, he did. But he was
like
11? No, he was like 8, right? He was like.
He's 8. So good. 8 years ago.
My great. They did bring in the spoiler alert. I guess he hasn't watched it. They did bring in the Lazarus bit, so maybe that's gonna start to go into that realm.
I'm done, dude. 1 episode and 15 minutes of the second episode was all I needed. I tapped out. I'm out.
They try to redeem themselves with the 4th and 5th episode, but now I'm scarred from the first 3. So I don't know whether if I like the redemption that they try to do or what. But whatever, I'll keep watching.
I kind of didn't like how like Superman left, and then they did like 47 scenes, and then it finally comes back to him. It's like, bro, you didn't make it in 47 scenes. Like, we just saw like a whole episode And then whatever happened, and I was like, oh, he had a way more time. But I don't know. I'm stuck. I'm in it. I'm gonna be in it.
All right.
Nope.
Well, you and Carmen can report back because I'm out.
You were out as of the second season,
dude. It hurt, man. It hurts when it's something I care about. You know, like I care about it so deeply.
The whole now that he's Nightwing, I will say the whole little like the what do
Eskrima sticks. Eskrima sticks.
Eskimo sticks.
Eskrima
sticks. Like, I don't know. That part's pretty cool. It has a boomerang effect. I don't know. It makes me feel like remember Mortal Kombat versus DC?
Yeah.
It makes me feel like that. I'm not real fucking knowledgeable about like Nightwing. I'm used to Nightwing, the first Nightwing, when he's all gold and still Robin kind of. Like I'm not used to this Nightwing. Like,
really?
That's this Nightwing.
Yeah, you're used to the like 80s look.
Yeah, yeah.
No shit.
The Injustice Nightwing is pretty fucking cool. Like, yeah for sure, bro.
I dig
and
it.
Then too, I know I'm cutting you off a million times, but then too, they're already getting into Nightwing. You should be Batman, but they haven't given him enough time to be fucking Nightwing.
Yeah, they're already working on, or from what I was reading, is that they're already working on the Red Hood's redemption arc, like so quickly, and then it looks like they're leading towards RIP, since Batman is like, hey, this guy is batshit, no pun intended, and let's kill him off. Robin wears the cowl, and then in come Damian as the new like
they're already working on
or at least they're planting seeds, and I'm just like they're trying to get into Grant Morrison territory, which the fanboy in me has always wanted to see Grant Morrison shit, but I'm like, dude, not like this. Not like this. So anyway,
he's not like a guy losing his virginity. Not like this. Not like this.
That was the intention. Thank you for catching it, sir.
I had a question. Sorry.
Fire.
Did we not do a recommendation this episode?
Ooh, this is a great place to pause it. Carmen does have a recommendation this episode.
I do have a recommendation. It was for Esteban. So
we'll message it to him.
Yeah, so it's the show Succession, and I don't know if he has seen it. It's on HBO Max. I would consider it a dark comedy, and it's very much about spoiled rich children that are navigating who's going to take over Dad's empire, and why there is like siblings fighting over different aspects of the empire that this dad built. And it's like they own the media, they own a bunch of shit. It's pretty good. If he has watched that, I have another show, or if you guys are interested, it's Amazon Prime, and it's called what?
Was the show called The McMahons? Go on.
Okay.
It's not a dead stop.
The other show, if he has watched Succession, it would be Fleabag, and that is on Amazon Prime. And it's really, really sarcastic and really funny, and I love it. It's also a certain type of dark comedy that is like, I don't know, it might be too much for some people, but it's funny to me.
Fleabag, isn't there episodes like 17 minutes? It's not like a full 30 minutes.
It's super short. Yeah, they're like 28, 25. They're really, really short. So if you guys want to watch that on Amazon Prime.
It's not a set time. It's just like this episode might be 17, this might be 25. Like it's like whatever, right? Whatever gets the story done.
Yeah. And it's just following a girl that kind of has had I wouldn't say a rough life, but it's definitely, she doesn't know how to deal with tragedy. And so she does her best. But it's pretty dark humor, so that's the kind of humor I enjoy. So if you guys want to catch that, it's pretty cool. But I'll let him know. But continue on with our comments.
Right. Well, Succession. You already here.
He did one comment and went around the world. Second comment, Luis.
This one is in regards to our YouTube clip. We are everywhere. Heavyweight responds with also shout out Heavyweight. We love you, sir. Haha, now I have the Golden Girls theme stuck in my head. Crying emoji face. Yeah. And what they are talking about is there was a promo that was created just of different subscribers that listen to the show that say essentially comics, and we are everywhere. It's just a nice little montage.
And it's also, since we mentioned their name over and over, it's nice to see like, hey, I'm Heavyweight, and now you can see what Heavyweight looks like in the comments.
Yeah. Just
puts a face to the name.
Hell yeah. And actually on the same video, Melissa Morales, Yas with 7 S's, Yas, and then mount up. And she put that in quotes. Thank you, Melissa Morales.
That's because you put the regulators drop in there?
They did. I mean, they did.
He's not taking credit. Okay. And so the next video is we have conversations with bats. This was a super short.
No.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Conversation with bats. Super short video, 15 seconds. Again, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube, you're missing out. Please subscribe and comment and like, and we'll read your comments on air. And I did not explain this part. So this is the part of the show where we like to let you be a part of the show. So whatever you comment, we will read it. And we have a couple here that you will see exactly what I mean. Okay. Conversation with bats, Melissa Morales, crying emojis, I'm dead. And you want to know what this is about? Tune in, check it out. Now, moving on to the episodes. For episode 47, we got Heavyweight. Says, my pick for Vincent is Jordan Peele. Ash, what do we think about
that? We're going to get into that when we get to versus.
All right, Carmen, do it right back at me.
So
I'm moving on.
Well, yeah, because once we start talking about
I get it. Heavyweight, we will come back to you, sir.
You know, once I start talking, it's over. So go.
No, I know. I was just opening it up for you. You know, I was trying to do a nice transition.
Never say that to me again.
Oh my God.
Don't look me in the eye when you're saying
it. I was. Have you guys ever played the X-Men arcade?
Yeah,
the old school X-Men arcade with like the second level. You're in the the primal forest, and it's those lizard heads. Colossus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about like the same thing, like the Simpsons, the Turtles, like,
and then the X-Men.
Like it was the first 4 set of arcades.
Yeah, and it was 2 TV screens. It was 2 screens.
Yeah.
Together.
That was awesome.
And
you're in the Savage Land.
The Savage Lands. Thank you. And the Colossus ult was like when you hit the thing. And I just imagined as I did that, I imagined the Colossus scream. All right, that's it.
But who's doing the scream? Me or you? You
obviously
fucking
me. Obviously me.
So you would. This is horrible.
It was such an aggressive. It was such an aggressive special move, and it was great. God, I know I woke up my girlfriend just now. Okay, so,
but you opening your ass, or about you fucking?
Yeah, that one. The Colossus growl. Okay, and so we have a new commenter on our subscriptions. We've got Vishnukov, our good friend, on, you guessed it, Batman Loves Superman, and commented that thumbnail though with a bunch of crying emojis. And so the thumbnail is there's Batman and Superman are spooning, and it looks cute. It says Batman Loves Superman below it.
Welcome to the show. I hope you
welcome to the show, Vishnukov. We appreciate you and your comments.
Watch him not follow us because like it's Vishnikov, you fucker.
Unsubscribe and report him. Report this page. Then we got another comment on Conversation with Bats. It's Vanessa Ayala, crying emojis, 3 of them. Thank you, Vanessa. We appreciate you. We appreciate the beer that you got for Ash.
Doing the promos, everything. Thank you.
Yes. And then we got Zach on episode 47. Another great
Finally, welcome back, Zach.
He's been commenting every week now ever since we called him out. And by we, I mean Andres.
Yeah, of course.
He's fighting for that throne. He's trying to get it back. Another great episode with Ash and his games. Thank you so much for including the fans in the games. Hell yeah. So, casting for Jules with Vincent Vega, casted as Jason Statham in mind, I'm going to go with Shaq. LOL. He may not be as articulate as Samuel L. Jackson, but he would still scare the shit out of you, especially with Jason Statham by his side. By the way, Ash, I dressed up as Vincent and Jules for Halloween one year at work. I'll send you pics to Ash so that they can show the rest of the podcast. Fun fact, Tarantino wanted to cast Michael Madsen as Vincent Vega before Travolta ended up with it. Thank you for the good times. Check you later. There's a lot to unpack there. Do you have anything to add, Ash?
I think it's better that it wasn't Michael Madsen.
Sorry.
No, I think it was better that it wasn't Michael Madsen because now when you hear their last names are both Vega, like now it's another thing that adds them into the same world because they were brothers, storyline, and they were brothers. And they were, I don't know, man, that's just, it's all the same world, but say like Desperado happened, let's just say 1920. And then this happened here, but it's all the same fucking nerd-wise. It's all Earth 2, or it's all fucking the same world, you know?
The Tarantino verse is what you're trying to say.
Tarantino verse is what I'm trying to say. Which is why Christian Slater, it's a massive love story, but it's the way Tarantino would do a love story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a guy that worked at a comic book shop that found the right person that brought him out of, this is a guy that would never do any of the things that he did in the movie, but he like found love, and then which like is the crow for fucking the Punch Drunk Love, which is like, it's like the thing that changes you as a man, makes like you go
Pretty
crazy.
Woman with a twist.
Yeah, it's like, Pretty Woman with a twist,
and then another twist, and then a couple more.
No, it's none of that, but yeah, for sure, bro.
It's good stuff. Vanessa Ayala, episode 47. I know who the tattoo artist Ash was talking about. Great show. Love the games. Nice dance moves, Luis. Crying emoji.
He was talking all week about your dance moves, bro.
Carmen reminded me. She mentioned something about my dance moves. I'm like, oh shit, that's right.
You got some.
That's not good. That's an Ash move. You don't remember your dance moves?
I didn't at the time, and then when she said it, I'm like, oh, that's right. I had to dance while someone was drinking. I think it was Andres. But yeah, we tag teamed that shit.
Never.
Oh,
that's two. That's two for him.
No.
Carmen, that's two for him.
And then
I like that you make it awkward
by letting you finish speaking.
We're gonna keep only letting you finish. Go on.
Melissa Morales.
Sucker.
Melissa Morales. Last comment on our YouTube page. Hell nah to the nah. Hell to the nah. And that was regarding to a promo that was released for episode 47. All in all, positive responses on a lot of the recent editing over this past week. Whoever was doing the editing, kudos. And
that sounds like like whatever you do, tell them I edited it awesome. That doesn't. It's not what happened at all.
Nobody said
That
it was
might
you.
I know, but
You
that
don't
just
know.
sounded
You don't know
weird.
computers.
That just sounded weird.
Back to you,
I'm not
Carmen.
done.
Thanks for all the comments, guys. We really appreciate you guys commenting, leaving us some love, and being part of the show. We love interacting with your comments. And as we said, Ash has the list of casts, correct? That we did for, oh my God.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. I had the poster in my mind, but it was not coming out. Nope. Take it back. Go over the list of casts.
Now, I don't know if we make this a thing where if it's going to be called Comics Versus or if it's going to be called Comics Casts, because Comics Versus is better for us in that here is the comics cast for Pulp Fiction. Now, episode 47, which is the episode right before ours, or before this one we're watching, we decided that comics is going to cast Pulp Fiction, or like a fan cast, and it was all random. It was all, we all got each one character, and the people of the games of the last week get to cast their version. So our version of Pulp Fiction is going to be, excuse me, no COVID, is Jamie Foxx as Jules, Jason Statham as Vincent, Mia Wallace as Anya Taylor-Joy, which I found that out the hard way because I tried to IMDb her and it wasn't Anna, it was Anya Taylor-Joy. Hugh Jackman as Butch, which is the Bruce Willis character, and Carmen chose Mahershala Ali for Marcellus Wallace, and our guest host for that day chose Viola Davis. Now, the comics audience chose Shaquille O'Neal for Jules, Jordan Peele for Vincent. I should say the names. Okay, Zach chose Shaq for Jules. We have Jordan Peele, which was Heavyweight.
Heavyweight.
Val, which is Val V. Zuniga, I think her name is, chose Katherine Heigl. Knocked Up, Doctor Show, Grey's Anatomy in the earlier seasons. Melissa chose Jason Statham for Butch. And since I was number 5 with Marcellus, Andy Dandy Pants chose Tiny Lister for Marcellus Wallace. Tiny Lister Debo from Friday. So comics are casting versus their casting without taking responsibility from Carmen, just for right now. Luis, which casting is better?
Comics.
Which movie would you see? I'll put it that way. Which movie would you see?
I'm siding with the comics casting.
You don't want to see Debo as Marcellus Wallace?
It's more that I don't want to see Shaq.
I was gonna say, what was the last thing Shaq acted in?
Steel?
Shazam? Steel?
Oh no, he was in Grown Ups, wasn't he? He was in Grown Ups. He was like a cop.
Yeah,
Grown
he
Ups
was.
too.
Oh yeah. Let alone like Jules, like
yeah,
everything
like
that's nuts.
that's probably one of the most quoted like duos. Like
How
of that.
are you
whole
gonna
film.
like capture them in the same frame when fucking Shaq is like 7'2" and
But
fucking Jason Statham is like all
Fuck.
United say 6'1"?
You know
Oh no
what?
way, dude! He's like 5'7".
I was trying to be.
I feel like Jordan Peele would work off of Shaq. It would not be a fucking Tarantino movie. It would be like the Wayans movie, like a scary movie, not scary
Like a
movie,
spoof?
but like a Wayans movie, it could be the Good Guys,
Mark Wahlberg.
Will Ferrell and Mark
Wahlberg.
Wahlberg, like that. Like it could be like a funny movie, but it can't be a Tarantino movie.
Statham, 5'8".
I was being nice.
No, you were very much being nice, but yeah, I knew he was a little small man.
At the same time, Statham can be a star, and then he could do the Expendables and do like 3 scenes and be done. But be like, those scenes will be like with only Stallone, or you know what I mean? Like show up and do some action and then like be done for the whole movie, and it's still like Statham. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Carmen, sorry. Our comics casting versus the comics audience casting. What do you think? Which movie would
Our casting? I would watch our movie.
Okay.
No shade to the audience. Thank you for participating, even. But I think, as you said, that movie would be more of a comedy than it would be a Tarantino style movie.
Andreas?
Yeah, it's just that I don't need to go into it other than that.
Jamesies? Okay, back to you, Carmen. Thank you guys for participating. We'll try to, as long as Carmen's okay with this, we'll try to do comics. I don't know. Again, I don't know what to call it. Comics versus or comics cast.
Let
We'll
us know in
see.
the comments, guys. What do you guys
Let us
think
know.
sounds better? Or if you have your own suggestion, let us know on that. We'll take a
If
vote.
you tell us which version you would like to see. Maybe they don't want to see our version.
It's
Yeah.
true. It's true.
Absolutely.
I'm looking at you, Yowza, or whatever your name was.
For some reason
Something
he saw
says.
Shaq. For some reason he saw Deepa.
Hold on. I'm going to look up his name. Go on.
In the meantime, while you're grabbing our new viewer's name, I do want to touch upon a
Vishnukuf.
subject. Oh,
Sorry. Vishnukuf. I'm looking at you. Tell us what you think.
There was a subject that Ash tried to cover last episode, and he was eviscerated for not being prepared about
Yes.
what that subject was about. It was the Boulet Brothers Dragula, and it is a reality competition where drag queens compete in the category of horror. And so every week they compete with each other and to see who's doing the best drag, and it's usually themed. I wasn't the one that added the subject, but I was very interested because I am a big fan of RuPaul's Drag Race, and I watch all the drag queens and I follow them obsessively. I'm obsessed. So I do go to DragCon and I go to their shows and I support them. So this is a big opportunity for them to have a different outlet in the horror space. So it's on Amazon Prime if anybody is interested and wants to watch it. So that was that. Thank you, Ash, for at least mentioning it, even though you totally got massacred for it.
The reason I stumbled was because Herman Munster's Roadster was called Dragula. So when that got put into I thought somebody was trying to reference that, saying like this is what it's gonna look like, or it was made by Todd McFarlane. Like I thought it was gonna be like a thing that somebody and once what was great is it was like, no, I just got left out in the cold. But it worked because now you get to bring that up.
Wait. You were not left in the cold because it was put in our group chat. And what you do as a host, ideally,
We spoke about this last week too.
research, bitch. And then you know what the fuck things are, and you won't be left in the cold.
Just so you know, we are co-hosts. We're not your fucking secretaries. We don't look shit up for you. You're supposed to host your shit.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure HR sent that memo. So
Yeah.
we didn't receive it.
He's still on the floor. Keep kicking.
We are a team. We gotta work as a team. I'm like, don't make me look stupid. I won't make you look stupid.
Oh, I
Oh,
will
you're
make
the-
you look
you're-
stupid
you're the
every
person-
time you set yourself up.
I didn't research it because I'm like, oh, I'm not host today. I get to coast. That was my
That's
legit
my
thought.
whole life. I host and I get the coast.
No,
Carmen.
that's exactly what Andres' point was. As host, as the host, what you have.
Ash is that person in group projects where like he just shows up and he's like, "Oh, did you guys do it?
Hey,
Are you guys ready?"
Put my name on it. Put my
He's
name on
all,
it.
my
I
my
can do the-
smashing personality is enough.
I get to do the presentation and it'll all work.
I'll introduce
Like
all
he's
of
been
you
here
guys
before.
like I did it all. Okay. We got this, guys. Don't worry. But yeah, so check out Dragula. It looks to be pretty fun. I have not catched the first episode yet, but we'll probably be talking about it if these guys let me. So, well,
We're not Texas. We'll let you talk about whatever you want.
are you? Oh my God. I will back that idea. Texas, get your shit together. You know what we're saying, and we're not moving
Not
on. Yes, not political. We're just saying
Very
for them to get let them get their shit together. So Robert Rodriguez teaches the book of Boba. I don't know why I said the book of Boba Fett. And he was talking about it during a Billie Eilish concert experience that's streamed on Disney Plus. If you guys happen to catch it, if you didn't. He was just raving about what is going to be happening in the book of Boba Fett. There wasn't anything spilled or any tea, as people nowadays call it. He just said it's going to be amazing, and it's because it's going to deliver just as well as what The Mandalorian did. Any thoughts? I mean, we all know that we're pretty excited, but please give us your thoughts, Luis.
A bold statement. Mandalorian is very big. Comparing it to the Mandalorian, that's very big shoes to fill. But when Mandalorian was first released, I don't think I had the biggest of expectations for it, and then it just was first episode amazing. So I'm excited. We'll see what the rest of it holds. I'm enjoying this little universe that it's creating outside of the Skywalker family. That's fun.
Andres, what do you think?
I'm excited to see like what type of, I guess, genre or style they're gonna make it, because you can see the Mandalorian is like spaghetti western or like samurai style or like lone samurai. So I'm wondering what they're gonna do. It's Robert Rodriguez. I love his stuff, so I'm excited about that. And then the way he spoke about it, it sounds like he's like really into it, so that's even more exciting. Plus, we get to see OG Boba Fett, and we get to see Fennec in it. So I'm super excited and I want to know, like, see it now, please.
Yes, I agree with Andres. We need it now. But Ash, since you've been following the Bad Batch and recently the Clone Wars, at least the later seasons of Clone Wars, are you excited to see Boba Fett? The book of Boba Fett, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I like the way at the end of Mandalorian, everything like kind of fit. Like this guy that didn't want to come back into everything and then put on the suit, and then ended with him being like in the throne. And and I'm happy in that I feel like it's gonna be a grittier Mandalorian, like not even Mandalorian even, but just more like you have your the baby Yoda, the everything that they did, but I feel like this one's gonna be more like Jabba the Hutt, down and dirty, like everything that the shit that was going down in that on that planet, like fucking not Gondor. What the fuck is his name? The fucking big, and they got the big bone sucking. And he got help me with the fucking. Come on, Luke.
Ragnar is coming to mind, but it's not Ragnar.
No, come. Yeah, you both know it, and you guys just like, let's see what else he comes up with. No, Carmen and Andreas know it. Anyway,
Rancor.
Anyway,
Rancor.
What I said.
Andres helped you. I just repeated what he said. I had no idea what you were saying.
Rancor. This, and then the fucking bone got stuck in his mouth.
That doesn't tell me.
You could also
anything.
say the Wampa in Empire Strikes Back, because it was kind of like that too.
Yeah, okay, so you
didn't really do a good job then, did you?
No, I didn't. But thank you for that.
Yes. What I do?
Yeah. So I do feel like it's gonna be awesome. And then Robert Rodriguez, I feel it's gonna be less on the space side and more on the spaghetti western side. And it's gonna be more like maybe this will all be on this planet and it'll all just be like it's Robert Rodriguez has a style like a Tarantino. Like it's all just a style. So it'll be good. I might like this even more than other stuff.
Interesting. That's a bold statement. But I'm excited for it regardless. Because I think Boba Fett is such a great character, and I don't think it has been done justice, at least on the screen. So I think it's needed for the new generation to know like who Boba Fett is and why he's so great. And one of the most loved characters really in the Star Wars universe by some. So
and he doesn't have a lot of scenes in the original Star Wars for him to have won a lot of people. So that's cool too.
I'm touching in on it again. I'm excited if he brings his friends from his old films into it. Like if we see like Danny Trejo or Selma Hayek or Antonio Banderas in it, that'd be pretty dope. To get some Mexican or Latin people in space would be cool.
Yeah, and that's how I feel. Like you explain it in the way that I mean it, in that you're not in my head, but you know what I'm saying. Like Antonio Banderas will probably be like some kind of fucking mob boss or whatever. Banderas. You know what I mean? Like he could get Salma Hayek in that shit. It could be awesome. It's just little nothing scenes. Like she'll be like a server or something for like 10 seconds, and you'll be like, oh, he's gonna bring in something where it's like his world. He'll make this his.
Maybe we'll get to see Quentin Tarantino in it since they're buds.
And he'll talk.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you, Carmen.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say is your favorite franchise? Okay.
It's too hard.
Sorry, no. Okay. I would probably have to say is Star Wars, just because.
Star Wars. Who's your favorite director? Let's just say Star Wars director. Who's your favorite director?
Well, I really like what Dave Filoni has done so far, but I cannot take away from the first trilogies, and I am not even going to pretend to know who the director of each trilogy of each film was.
No, but okay.
You meant director in general?
Yeah, in general. It's like where I was going with that. It's like at the time, my favorite director was Tim Burton, and my
Yes.
favorite
So
character is Batman.
what if Tim Burton did Star Wars?
Right.
Is that you
If
getting
Tim Burton did Star Wars, that'd be odd, but it would be awesome. But it would be odd. Like I feel it would the long necks, the
Yeah, so
yeah, it'd be fucking weird, but it'd be like it would make sense, but it'd be weird. Like he would pick characters that were offshoot.
I don't know who I would pick as a director, but I really want them to go more into the Sith side of things, just because there's like a lot of characters to explore.
Who would be your character if we were to go into the Sith side of it?
The Seven Sisters. She's one of like the Inquisitors. And she's really badass. She has like a double sabers that she puts on like this thing. Anyways, it's pretty badass. So I would love to. No. It's like a real thing.
Let you say no and then do it.
Well, I have to because whatever. But I would like to see them heavily lean more, even if I know not Darth Sidious. Oh my God, Darth Maul.
Revan? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. But no, because of what they did with the storyline of Darth Maul and Clone Wars, and even leading into Rebels, I feel that there's still a lot left to be said for that character. So even a show based on him or whatever, it doesn't have to be the same actor that played him before. I know that was problematic, but I would like to see more on that, and it could be like horror style, like I would enjoy that for sure. Yeah,
like they did the X-Men with that horror. Is it New Mutants?
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But see, that's what I was trying to get to.
See, like that's where you could get James Wan on that bitch.
Yeah. Darth Maul, the voice actor of Darth Maul, he's in pretty good shape. I would definitely welcome him to be like the physical interpretation of Maul, and then you get that same the guy can act. So like he's done stunt work before. He was the physical actor and voice actor for Force Unleashed, a game that came out like 10 years ago, and he played the part of Vader's apprentice, and then that got killed. So it was like some storyline. It was I think
the game was fun.
It was fun. It was pre-Disney purchasing Star Wars.
Yeah,
it was back when what help me out, Andres. What was the name of the game studio that got disbanded?
LucasArts?
Yeah, LucasArts. It was a LucasArts game. But he was the physical and voice actor for it, and then he became Darth Maul. So
there was a time where they had legit good games from like 64 on, right
some
before
good games.
Yeah.
The Jedi Power Battles, the fucking hack and slash arcade
and there was
style.
really bad ones too, so by the way. Not to let them off the hook. There was some really dog shit games.
I mean, some of them were so bad that they were good. Like the Jedi Masters, that was like it was like a Tekken game, but it was like a one-on-one
Jedi
fighter.
Academy was rough.
But then Jedi Academy 2 was good, right? That's the one that everyone loved.
Yes, but the first one was not good.
Never played it.
There was the pod racer that I was okay with, and
that was fun. The 64 game.
It was absolutely fun, but then it was like it got to a point where it was kind of like
repetitive.
Well, no, it was kind of like you don't know. Okay, so you can get a car and you can add shit to it and make it fast and blah blah blah. With this one, it was kind of like you need fucking blah 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 as fucking pod racer. You need blah blah. You know what I mean? Like you didn't know which guys to pick and when to ditch your own pod racer. Especially if you're dedicated to, say, like if you want Anakin's fucking pod racer, but you just want to soup it up. There wasn't that. It was like, no, you need. Why can't I think of his name? the fucking weird
The bug.
I don't know his name.
Have it
the
on the tip of my tongues.
yeah, it I feel like it starts with a B. Zach is yelling this right now. Anyway, like you,
Something with the Z. Zabula.
but instead
Come on,
of
Carmen, you're killing me here.
instead of
Oh,
souping
I'm sorry.
instead of souping up your pod racer, you need blah blah blah's
The
pod.
boba. No,
Oh, it's a boba. I feel like that's it.
that's what. That's the name. Yeah, I think that's the name that's in my head, but I'm not
I
positive.
feel like that's it. I feel like that's it. Sorry, go ahead. But instead of that, it felt like, like you get Gran Turismo, you just soup up your shit until you get to a different class. But with this one, it felt like, no, you need the person's pod racer,
I want my own.
right?
Oh, Sebulba.
Yeah.
Good.
Sorry. Back to you, Carmen.
She froze again. Oh, there she is.
No, I'm here. Sorry. Oh, wait. I think I'm frozen again. Am I?
No, we can hear you and see you.
You're good, and you're moving.
Yes, I'm not stuck. But did you figure out the name of the character that you're looking for?
Sebulba.
Yeah, it's a boba. I got it.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
Jesus, dude.
Sons of bitches.
I
I'm
helped.
sorry we didn't have your back. Oh,
It's
thank you.
funny that
What's this wee business? I was looking it up.
I know. That's why I corrected myself.
I'm sorry y'all don't have his back the way I do. That's what I'm sorry for.
Wow. Okay.
Draw a line in the
Thanks for
sand.
that.
And back to you, host.
Batman screening was held. It was a secret, and most of the reviews that came out from the people that got to experience the Batman screening, and this is the Matt Reeves Batman, by the way, that I'm talking about. It received fantastic reviews, described as one of the best comic movies that we have seen as of yet. And that this version of Batman is very different also than what we have seen. It is, some of the comments also said that it was a dark horror movie and the most emotional Batman movie. Any thoughts on this? And I'll go to you, Andres, first. Do this reviews impact already, like, whether we know that you're going to see the movie, obviously, but do these reviews have an impact on how you're going to perceive the movie?
I kind of don't want to hear these reviews because then it's planting thoughts into your mind when you go in, and if it doesn't live up to what they're saying, it's like, well, fuck you, you just ruined this experience. Where if I just saw this movie without anything, I might have a different opinion, but fine, whatever. No, I don't think it's gonna change anything for me because I was looking forward to Matt Reeves' interpretation of it, so I was probably like super keyed for this anyways. I like I don't understand what they mean by it's a Batman that we haven't seen any before, because I feel that we got, since like we've been getting cinematic versions of Batman, we've seen different aspects of his character. So that's interesting and confusing at the same time, I guess. But yeah, cool. I'm excited for it. I was excited for it. This didn't add to my excitement, but I just kind of want to see it now.
Remind me again what your initial thoughts were when you found out that Robert Pattinson was going to be playing Batman.
I wasn't against it. I was interested. Like, I wasn't no right away. Like, please, not this Twilight little bitch. But that wasn't my thoughts about it. I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. And then you see him in the suit and stuff. I think the only thing that gave it pause is that there was some like talk about that he didn't like get in shape for it or whatever. And I was like, well, that kind of goes against, but it didn't affect it too much for me. I was still wanting to see him portray the character. So I wasn't against his casting. I thought it was interesting. It wasn't a no from me. I guess it wasn't because people had like a really visceral reaction to finding out that Ben Affleck was going to play Batman, and I did not have that at all for this.
Did you have a visceral reaction when you found out Ben Affleck was going to play Batman?
No, I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt as well.
Well, I did, and I still stand by my opinion
of
Ben Affleck as Batman, as you all know already. So,
but he has, all right, the dude's a big dude, and he got pretty yoked for it. So the physical embodiment of the character was there. So that's.
No, I agree with that. I just don't think the delivery was 100%.
I agree. I don't. So did you see him acting in what is the movie that he won the Academy Award for? Or did he win the Academy Award for?
Gone Girl? He didn't get the award for it.
No, not for Gone Girl. For the other one, the one he was the director for.
Oh, not Argo. Argo?
It was Argo. It was Argo.
Yeah, I did watch him
The
in
Town.
Argo. I like Ben Affleck as an actor. I think he's Argo fantastic. Even
that's what I was.
The other one that you guys mentioned, The Town.
The Town.
I just don't think that he was really ready for the Batman role, and I don't think I don't know if it was the criticism that it was getting or the backlash, whatever. I just don't think that it was delivered as well as he could have, because he is a good actor. Now I am expecting better now, and I don't know if this has anything to do because I see him being happy with J-Lo, like he's getting some, so it seems like he's like at a good place, and I think that's gonna influence his acting. Just in the way he looks solely, I'm basing that. I don't know, but I didn't like him. I am still giving him a chance for his redemption, but yeah, I did have the visceral reaction to it. From Ash, I know that you are you like Ben Affleck as Batman, so
I handled the announcement of Ben Affleck as Batman like you handle hearing a death.
Okay.
But a death of a celebrity, not a death of a person you know. Like a death of a celebrity where like it's looming and it's there. But Ben Affleck, I feel like he's stuck. I'm going to say this. I feel like Ben Affleck is handled the way that we're handling Robert Pattinson. Ben Affleck is an actor's actor, but because he's been in so many franchise things where, oh, you're that guy, where Matt Damon has done, let's say 70-30. Matt Damon does 70% artist stuff and 30% like Jason Bourne was amazing, but Jason Bourne could have easily been franchise Matrix that didn't work, or look at Stallone. Like there's a million things that didn't work, but then there's Cobra, there's Expendables, there's like things that are now working and that are amazing, but there were straight to DVD things that did not work. But Stallone has this like, and blah 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 and blah blah blah. Then I'm going to do these other things for money or whatever, and or because my best friend's in it. And then like Ben Affleck has the same thing where it's like Argo, and then now I'm gonna do fucking Jersey Girl. It's not in that order, but you know what I mean. There's those little. Let's say this, like if that guy, Luis, if you weren't as well off as say Carmen, who's taking off, I'm gonna be in your movie just as much as I'm gonna be in Carmen's movie. But if you book me 4 times and Carmen books me once, I'm gonna be in 4 of your movies that are gonna be straight to DVD, but I'm gonna be in Carmen's that are gonna be Academy Award winning, right?
Yeah.
But you're gonna know me for Kevin Smith movies and blah blah blah. And I'm not even saying Jersey Girl, but that the horrible one with J Lo,
Geely.
yeah, you know what I mean, like, and that's why I'm like willing to give Robert Pattinson a chance because yes, it is Twilight, and that sucks. That's what he's only known as, but he's a fucking actor's actor, and in 20 years he's gonna be a Jack Nicholson. You know what I mean? And Jack Nicholson now does like anger management with fucking Adam Sandler. You know what I mean? Like it just is what it is. And I'm kind of okay with it because I still have my Keaton. In some weird world, I'm gonna have my fucking Ben Affleck. Keaton is my Batman, but it's kind of like I can now, like when Ben Affleck was announced, this is gonna be your Batman. But with the multiverse, it's like, okay, well, do what you guys are gonna do because I have what I need, and that's gonna be Batman Beyond. I have my little like childhood. Do what you're gonna do. I'm gonna accept everything that you're gonna do.
Wow,
What
that
do
was
you
a lot.
feel about the reviews?
That was a long-winded thing. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You circled back to
Batman.
the initial topic.
You talked about Batman.
You did.
Batman shit. You said Dragula, and I said 2 seconds of things.
Didn't even know. Did the reviews of impact your views on the movie at all?
Luis,
Talking to me?
That was towards Ash, but that
No,
was a key call.
I'm going to be the nerd. Like when they announced this thing for Suicide Squad 2, like it doesn't matter. I'm gonna see it. I saw Daredevil. The movie. I don't care. I want to see it because in a year or two, somebody's gonna make it make sense, and I didn't see it. So it doesn't matter. Once I get back to normal after COVID, like I'm gonna be at the movies all fucking every week.
I would wait in line for that movie. It's Batman.
Absolutely. Oh no, it's done. We should make it a comics thing, but we'll get there.
Luis, what are your thoughts? Do the reviews impact your views on the movie at all?
No, very similar to what Andres was saying. I actually want to avoid them because I don't want them to say, "Oh, it has horror elements" or "it has this elements" or that, because then I'm set with an expectation. I'm going to look for those things, and if I don't feel the same way that that reviewer did, I could potentially feel let down of a otherwise good movie. So I'd like
what
to.
You were expecting because of what was said.
Right, and we've spoken about this before, where you see a trailer and there's a pivotal scene in a trailer, and you start thinking, "Oh, the movie's about to end," and you're like, "Wait a minute, that one trailer scene, I haven't seen that yet," and so you kind of tips yourself that you know that there's something else, whatever, or if someone dies
taken away from us.
Yeah, like someone dies in the movie, and you're like, "Oh no, that sucks." Wait a minute, there's that scene in the trailer. I haven't seen that yet. He must come back, and like little bullshit like that. So, my point to that is just I like to try to stay as away from that stuff as possible, just so that I can genuinely enjoy the whole thing. So, I've been excited from the beginning, curious to see what's going to happen. Robert Pattinson, I'm on board. He has the build. He's tall, and he has a good chin for it. So for the cowl and everything. So I'm in. I'm excited.
Ash, go ahead.
I'll go after.
I was just gonna ask, would you rather see this, like which do you prefer? The scene you don't see in a trailer, or the scene like, oh, that finally happened in the movie? Like what do you prefer in the trailer? Let's say Armageddon. The movie Armageddon. Like there's things that happen in the trailer that were like, that never happened. And then in the movie, because that was the smart aleck whatever thing cash line that got you in the trailer that never happened to say in the movie.
That
like what gets you? Like what like doesn't it suck? Like, say, oh, that's what got you into the theater.
Yeah.
And then that never happened. I'm not saying the tagline. I'm saying the never happened in the movie.
Ignorance is bliss. I'd rather just not know
anything in the trailer.
Right.
If there is a line that hits on a trailer and it was just for the trailer, then you feel like something was taken from you because you don't see it in context in the film. So I would just be like, well, fuck you. That was a good line. I was looking forward to seeing it in the context of the film.
Yeah.
So
no, I
agreed.
I think I'm neutral, but that just might be because my memory is awful and I forget what. No, it really is. I will forget what was in the trailer until I watch breakdown of the trailer versus the movie or whatever, and then I get told what that was, and I'm like, oh, no, I would have never noticed. But that's just my memory.
I was gonna mention before if Carmen's still alive. Yeah, she's throwing down sick bars in her.
Go ahead.
I was gonna mention how they keep bringing up how they said that there's that fucking.
Sorry, yeah.
Driving me nuts.
It's what you just said. She's throwing down sick bars. Like that keeps playing in my head as I'm looking at her. It's funny.
She needs more snare in her head drums. Wait, her head drums in her headphones. Sorry.
No worries. The part where that they keep saying like, oh, there's like horror element to it.
Yeah.
Like kind of got a horror element with Cillian Murphy's Scarecrow.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
So it was like it's not gonna be something new. Like that was creepy and yeah, it wasn't full on horror where I was like scared, but it was his the sarin gas or the gas. And it gave Bruce his nightmares. It was like a horror element to it. So it's not like we haven't seen that aspect yet. But yeah, I look forward to it regardless.
It's weird because in Titans, they have Scarecrow being a stoner. So you don't really know if he's being a stoner to calm himself or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like they're going to, I don't know. I feel
like that's a totally different portrayal of the character that didn't need to be if he was a stoner because it takes away from him being a fucked up psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Did you see Cillian Murphy doing the auditions to be Bruce Wayne?
Hold on, is it Cillian Murphy or is it Cillian? Because I always say Cillian, and I've heard two of you guys say Cillian, and it's
okay. I'll say Cillian. I probably got it wrong. Cillian Murphy.
I say Cillian. So is it Cillian?
I thought it was Cillian too.
And
we'll call him. Louise, call him.
It's Cillian.
Yeah, it's Cillian, right?
Correct.
That's what I've been saying. I heard Cillian too.
I have probably say Cillian just because I read it in Spanish. So my bad. I stand corrected. Cillian.
All right. Well, I always read in Spanish too, so it's Cillian.
Yeah, it is Cillian.
Look at nobody laugh. Oh yeah.
28 days later, I watched with Cillian.
That I would watch before The Conjuring with you guys.
Oh yeah,
that's not a horror film. Yeah, it's has horror elements.
Zombie.
Where you? How? See, you guys don't know. You want fucking straight death to me, like.
No, man. That movie is good because
it's a good drama film.
It built
it's
the
set
atmosphere with the music and the intensity of what's going on. Like that is, that's and by the way, the 28 weeks later is really good as well too, and you get to see an Avenger in that movie.
That is.
I will tell you this: the District 9 was like the biggest action drama to me, and then also
love this
happening. Then I was going, I'm out. I'm tapping out. I watched it, but that's again, this is my level where I'm already invested, and now I'm watching everything because I'm invested.
What did you add on copy?
Equal to District 9.
That's how I handle a movie. Like, so when you're saying The Conjuring and you're saying straight death, like you need to figure out a movie that will
It is
introduce.
straight death. Like I think you. What is? All right, we're gonna get into this. So, what is it that you are? What is it that you don't like from horror movies? Is it the murdering and the bodies part, or is it like the atmosphere?
Honestly, it's the imagery. Like Vanessa was like, "Let's watch the new Candyman." And I was like, like it's the imagery. It's the like. Okay, so here's a horrible story. My ex came home and said, like, we saw. Is it Hereditary? The one with the fucking.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
They told me about a kid's head coming off on a mailbox, and I was all, okay. My imagination of the scenario that I just said is what I'm telling you now. Like that's how much that shit stays with me. Like it's not a passing thing for me.
It's like the bodies and the gore that scares you.
But what's weird is it's somebody's top 5 scary video movies, somebody's top 5 whatever, and that's the shit I watch before I go to sleep. But the fucking
you could handle The Conjuring. I'm telling you right now. Yes, it's scary.
I can handle The Conjuring on a Sunday morning at 11 o'clock in the morning
in a church.
Definitely not in a church.
Being baptized
with Jesus Christ in the crowd
himself.
Gina Christ. Who's Gina Christ? Gina Christ, which is the lesser known sister. But I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it has to be like when I want. Okay, I've even had this conversation. I will watch this movie during the day, all the lights on, like in my way of every distraction ever, the phone in my hand, not being able to.
Exactly.
When you want the lights off and you got see, I can't. I can't.
We're doing it all together on the couch at night with popcorn. All of us staring at you.
You guys all fucking leave, and then I'm all fucking good night. Hey, so Luis Andreas, you guys awake? Because
that movie is not gory. You can handle it.
The Conjuring.
Yeah, no. It's not gory.
There's no gore at all.
It's like 3 or 4 times we've gone back to The Conjuring.
It is not gory. You could handle that movie.
Okay. It's the anxiety part.
Yeah, you're expecting like body parts and shit, and there isn't any in that one. Like you're good.
No. Dude, if a girl goes down to the basement with a flashlight, I am going to be like, Luis, so what's gonna come out? Like that's so like is something gonna come down? Like I'm gonna be that guy. I am that guy who yells out, bitch, there's somebody behind the door. Like I am that guy. I have very much that thread in me. I will yell at the screen. There's somebody behind the door. But that makes me less. It's not fun to watch scary movies with me. Unless
I
it's
think that makes it funner.
Yeah. That sounds pretty good.
All right. Well, let's watch it. But no, I will. It's not going to be fun. You're not going to enjoy it. But as long as I get to yell shit at the screen, it'll be fun.
Well, we're going to have a camera like pointed at you. So yes, that'd be good for content for everybody else. And then you can just get really stoned to go to bed and you'll be all right. See, that's how you get through this.
All right. I'll go
with that plan.
Get really stoned and go to sleep.
Okay, well, how do you feel about Stephen King movies?
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's
totally different.
Stephen King always leaves like your imagination is worse than the thing that I'm going to show you. It's the imagery.
Sorry.
Okay, what Stephen King movie is there like it's gore? Am I
Gore?
tripping? Yeah.
A few. Mm, like body parts and shit?
No. Just like like I told you, if my say kryptonite is imagery, I can handle Stephen King stuff, but like Saw 1 was okay, but Saw everything else, I'm done.
It seems like
Oh,
you just really don't
Planet.
like gore.
No.
Did you see Pet Cemetery? The
Yes.
original.
OG 1 and 2, I'm good. But
Really?
it's like
Interesting.
OG 1 and 2 is like, I'm scared of this. Here's the blood squibs. Here's the like, you know what I mean? 80s, early 90s, I am absolutely okay. It's more like Hereditary, a child's head's coming off in a mailbox. I'm out. I can't handle Midsummer.
There's not a lot of blood in the
Midsummer.
decapitation scene.
Yeah, and they don't really show it. Like you see the tumble, it's
Like,
insinuated.
yeah, you see the head land, but you don't see blood squirting or
No.
spraying anywhere.
It's just covered in
natural
ants.
born killers, but I can't handle the anxiety of waiting for shit.
You're an interesting fellow.
Thank you. It's not going to be fun. I will ruin every movie you're trying to fucking make me watch. I promise you, I will
You've
ruin
seen
it.
it. You're not going to be ruining anything for it.
Talking about Stephen King's movies, James Wan. Is it Wan or Wan? Whatever.
Yeah.
He's producing the movie based off of Salem's Lot with Gary Duberman, and he's as writing and directing for the movie. So, are you guys thrilled about that? Ash, would that be a movie that you would like to watch?
Or James Wan. No, go ahead.
I was going to say it's vampires if you don't know Salem's.
Sorry.
I thought Salem's Lot was a witch.
No. Vampires.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm all in on vampires.
Good. It's a good
one.
It's weird in that, like, even during the Lost Boys part where he bites into the head and the head parts up, like, I was kind of like, oh, I'm out because I'm used to this. But
that's interesting that even in that
it's
movie,
weird, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Odd.
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. If you set me up and this is what you're going to be, like, but it's different. Like, it's the anxiety part. It's just the anxiety part. Like Luis walking through a basement. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna see. But at the same time, Luis in a fucking YouTube thing, like, I don't know what I'm gonna see. A door slams does not scare me. But I don't know. It's just weird.
Luis, how do you feel about Salem's Lot?
I never read the book, but being a fan of Stephen King's Dark Tower series, Father Callahan plays a big part in Salem's Lot, and he plays a pivotal role in the Dark Tower series, the third book, I believe. So, short answer is I'm interested. Long answer is I'm interested because I've read his character in the Dark Tower series.
And you being a horror fan, how do you feel?
I saw was it a mini series, original mini?
Yes, sir.
Anyway,
I saw
I saw it on VHS, and it's good. So, and I don't know. Did I read it? I don't know. I have a lot of Stephen King books that I read on or I don't know. Does reading count when you listen to an audiobook? I listen to it.
Yes, totally
Uh,
counts.
I'm not sure if I have. I need to go back to my library. It's a good story, so yes, I'm looking forward to it. The only thing bad is I'm not a big Gary Doberman fan. Um, I think it's when I've mentioned how I was kind of let down on the second part of it.
Hmm.
And I wish it was more similar to the book. And I know they can't do a ton of stuff, and that book is massive, so you had to cut shit down. I get it, or else they would have had like 3 movies instead of 2. But I wished it was more similar to the book, and I kind of do blame Gary Doberman for that. So maybe he'll surprise me, and it's a good adaptation of it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I think I would concur with you. Just I, I'm excited to see anything related to Stephen King. I enjoy his books a lot. The universes that he builds with his characters. I I don't know why he's the only author for me that actually is able to. When I'm reading the book, I'm actually able to visualize what he's writing about, and he does really good with imagery. So I hope that they pay justice to it in the movie. Just because I like the homage to that. Like, what was that movie? The Mist. The Mist.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really liked the way that that was done. It didn't take me out. I enjoyed it. Pet Cemetery to this new version. Also, I quite enjoyed. Yes.
Fun little Easter egg in the movie The Mist. In the opening scene of the movie, the main character is painting an oil painting, and it's a guy.
Thomas Jane.
Yes, there's a guy standing in front of a door, and that's was supposed to be Roland, which is the main character in the Dark Tower series. Because the theme in the Dark Tower is that there are doors would lead you to other portals to like a multiverse. And one of the reoccurring lines in the book series is there are other worlds than these, which the Mist was that. It was these demons of another portal in a different world. And so it was like connecting these dots of like, oh my God, where are we going to see? Because there were on and off negotiations with J.J. Abrams to do the Dark Tower movies, and ended up not happening. Then ended up happening the way that it did, unfortunately. But which I didn't hate the film, which I know a lot of people did, but I digress.
Now, would both of you like to see the completion of the universe of Stephen King universe built as a kind of connect all the movies that have come out so far, just as you were saying?
I don't think they could do it because they're not owned by the same studio. There's different studios have rights to the books. So even when they did, that's a problem they were going to have if they did the Dark Tower, is that they couldn't tie all the movies the right way. Like you can mention certain stuff, but you can't mention other things. So that's kind of like the bad thing about it, is that all the same studio doesn't have the rights to all of his properties. Which yep.
Moving right along, because we're on topic.
Oh no.
So Luis, how's it going?
It's going really well.
Yeah.
I would recommend you to watch the Dark Tower film.
I didn't watch it because it got such a bad reviews, and I listened to a Stephen King podcast that I'm a big fan of. And they just shit on that movie, so I kind of stood away for it because of that.
Idris Elba is charming enough to where it was
able that's true
to help, but you would understand the little like Easter eggs of the different books, of the different Stephen King books. So I think you would enjoy it for that. Back
there is. I tried getting in to start the Dark Tower series, but there is some like really like rough spots that you have to just like trudge along.
Oh my God, book 3 was that for me.
Book
1, I ate it up.
Right now, no, I can't. There's like a dead zone in the middle of it where I'm like, oh, I need to stop. and I don't think I ever got back into it.
That's how I felt with The Stand. There was
Oh
like
my god, I love The Stand so much. You're fucked up.
It's funny that you say that because I love Gunslinger so much. Like I
Yeah,
killed that thing so fast. Just I was in it from the get go, and then
I killed The Stand, which is hard because that thing is a massive.
it's a fucking
Oh,
Bible, dude. Yeah.
it's a home. So see the main thing that people hate about The Stand is like all the ad hoc committees when they're in the new town they create, and you get like the meetings of the minutes. But I like how it's like a lot of shit that delves deep into the characters, so you get a full like it's full character building. Like
Yep.
you know who the character is through and through. Like you know their motivations for shit. But I understand.
Back to you, Carmen.
Thanks for that. But I wanted to talk about Fangoria. This is a post that you shared with us, Andres. Is this you share with us their September horror movie list that is going to be available for streaming? Is Fangoria a streaming site? I'm taking away.
No, it used to be a magazine. I'm not sure if they still do print magazines for horror, and it would like just talk like the effects or the movies and stuff. And now since there's social media, they'll put up lists of the movies that are coming out on the streaming sites for the month, the horror movies.
Got it.
And there was one that I've been wanting to see that I haven't had a chance to, and fuck, his name is slipping. Shit. He is the guy that did The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh, yeah.
I can't think of his name. So it's Ouija, the fuck. I'm sorry. I'm doing this all off the top of my head, but it's coming out on HBO this month. Ouija Origins or Ouija's some shit like that, and it is the guy who did Haunting of Hill House.
Dan Capello?
No, keep going.
Mike Flanagan.
Yeah, it's Mike Flanagan, and he has stuff to do with Stephen King as well. So it's Mike Flanagan, and you'll see a lot of people from The Haunting of Hill House. So I haven't got to see it yet. I've been wanting to see it, and it hasn't been on any of the streaming sites. And I don't like to pay for stuff since I already pay for other stuff. So that's kind of like one of the movies that was the highlight for me this month.
Got you. It was no, sorry. That was a note for something else. Moving on. I didn't mean to do that out loud. Guillermo del Toro, Cabinet of Curiosities, is promises to be a macabre,
Yeah.
macabre mashup of genres. And it's gonna be, well, at least that's what he listed as, and it's supposed to be 8 episodes. You guys being I don't know if you guys, I know, Andres, you are a Guillermo del Toro fan. Are you excited for this?
Yeah, especially all the creators that he has involved with it. I just said anything that Guillermo del Toro was, especially if he does a limited edition series, and they let him go wild and do his own thing, and he doesn't have any breaks. That sounds pretty incredible to me. So I'm super excited to see what he does. Especially, like I said, it's genre bending, so it has multiple stuff that it goes into. It's just not going to be horror. That's going to be pretty dope. So yeah, I'm ultra excited.
It's just briefly, it's coming out on Netflix, and I know so far is about 8 episodes. And as Andres mentioned, there is a fantastic directors and cast that is going to be supporting the show, so it looks fun. Any thoughts, Luis?
Nothing that Andres didn't already say. It's I would say pretty on point with how I feel.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you had mentioned how you were surprised that Andrew Lincoln was going to be involved with it.
Yeah, Andrew Lincoln of Walking Dead fame. when he walked away from The Walking Dead, it was very much I'm doing this to pursue my other career or my career in acting. And then we just didn't see him in anything, and it's like, the fuck, man. So to see him in something is
You're in the Walking Dead
exciting.
movie.
He is in the Walking, or he's gonna, yeah. But like something outside of I almost called him Rick James, but outside of Rick Grimes. Unity. But outside of the Rick Grimes character, that which was, I know, one of the reasons that he had publicly said that he was leaving, is he didn't want to just be labeled as that character.
God, that was so sad. That fucking movie that all the girls like.
Yeah, I was just bringing it up.
Science movie, like, God, that's so sad.
Is that Love Actually? Right? It was like science.
Yeah. Ever. And she still chooses him, like the guy that's watching TV. It's like, oh, god damn. I don't know. Sentido part, like, god damn. That's it. That part hits home. Moving on.
How was about it?
No, just that's.
No, I'm just kidding.
I would never fuck over my best friend in the fucking world ever. But in the here's my idea of romantic, like, you did that, and it was like fucking, oh, well, this guy that does this, I'm still like all set. Like, just, do you get what I mean? Like, nope, fucking Lisa's done with it. Yep. Love Actually is a great movie, but when you watch the fucking card part, like, that's fucking emotions. Moving on. Also,
okay.
hey, fucking Andres,
moving on, but not really.
La Fin du Monde is something I should never have ever again.
Really?
This is why I stick with fucking
like
what do we?
What happened? You shit blood earlier or what?
I ain't shit blood. Just in general. If my life is 5 shots, don't. If my life is 5 shots with Corona Premier, my life should not be 5 shots with.
You drink whiskey constantly during the shows at other time, and this really fucked you up that bad?
Wait, are you still drinking? You're still taking shots, aren't you?
No. No.
Now I don't believe you.
Yeah, he's lying. Oh, I get it, because he chases it with a watered down beer, but now that he's chasing it with the high alcohol beer.
Hi.
None of us knew what you meant, dude.
You do skits with me. You know how I drink. Oh no.
Because you are the most proficient in ass.
I don't know why you gave me that title. I don't deserve it. But now I get it. That makes sense, buddy.
Dash, absolutely.
Wow, you're slurring, and you haven't done this in a bit.
I said he speaks Ash.
Yeah, Ash.
There is something I really wanted to get your guys' opinion on. I don't know if you guys have heard about the baby from the Nirvana album suing.
Yeah, kitty porn
that is going on. So just as a premise, he's suing under child pornography laws, and it is a civil lawsuit. It is not a criminal lawsuit. He has listed Nirvana LLC, Universal Music Group, the David Geffen Company, Geffen Records, Warner Records, Kurt Whittle, and he was the photographer for the shoot. Kurt Cobain, Courtney Love as the executive of the estate of Kurt Cobain, Chris Novoselic, Ted Channing, and David Grohl, and Robert Fisher. Those are the people that are cited on the lawsuit. And this lawsuit allows victims to recover $150,000 per descendant that is listed on the suit. So there was a bunch of them, the ones I mentioned, because there's many more that were listed there. And he is alleging that these people were involved in the production and distribution of child pornography because he was a child and was harmed and is suffering lifelong damages because of it. Also, just as a premise, his parents took him for the photo shoot. They received payment for the photo shoot. They did sign a waiver releasing the rights for the photo. This photo shoot was $200. This was the parents got paid. Also, the suit, he is alleging that the people didn't take steps to protect him or prevent the widespread of sexual exploitation and image trafficking because of all the album sales and the fact that it's sold internationally. Before I give my thoughts on it, I will go. I know several of you want to jump in. So Ash, go ahead.
One, he redid the fucking shit a million times.
Yeah, he's redone it 4 times.
Ooh. Guy being a guy, he probably used that fucking 1,000 times to get a girl.
Yes, because he also has a
Mhm.
tattoo. Mm-hmm.
And then
he signed autographs.
Absolutely he did. And now we're in COVID, and now it's the last of the last. And I'm not using COVID as a thing. I'm using like where you might be as that guy in COVID, where he might not be able to go to a Frankenson's and collect money for shit. The biggest thing is the thing that we said for Michael Keaton is my Batman because Michael Keaton was my Batman when I was 8 or 9. So imagine where you guys are at, and the baby for Nevermind goes to Frankenson's, makes out like a bandit. And for 2 years, a year and a half to 2 years, COVID happens, and this guy that's been living off of being the baby, it's not being the baby from Nevermind. It's being the baby that from Nevermind that can go to England, to Arkansas, to fucking New Zealand, to anywhere he effing wants, being the baby from Nirvana, and just live life being the baby from Nirvana. So it's a year and a half of being able to not be that. And he's suing them, which is dumb as fuck because he's already done the he's already lived off of it, and now he's trying to live off of it like forever, which means if I were Dave Grohl, I would be like, okay, cool, bro, like this is what you're gonna get, but never ever ever you can never claim that again, which he can't do. Like it's one or the other. Like yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like he's already fucked because he's redone that so many times. I know you guys know
Like that's his only shtick. It's like the football player from high school that was like, I used to be the quarterback in high school and like reliving the glory days, kind of. And
like if he's fixing your refrigerator, I'm like, hey, I used to be on Nirvana's Nevermind album. Okay, cool, bro. But the refrigerator's fixed? Like, yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. But whatever you're gonna do, you're gonna be that guy. And just if you're gonna invest in that, then that's your life. That's where your plateau is, and you're done.
So you don't think after the suit, like he could just not go back to the cons and say
No,
like, "Hey, I'm the Nirvana baby. Let me sign your."
there's no way that as Nirvana, like Dave Grohl just put 11-year-old on tour for one night because she put up a video. Fucking
Who's
what?
that?
A year, 2 years back.
Mhm.
Dave Grohl's the biggest heart ever. So it's not if you are a good-hearted person and everything is genuine, like it has nothing to do with anything. But if you're making your money for 20 years and then like, hey, today's the day I'm gonna sue. Had you done everything the right way and been like, Dave Grohl, I was on Nirvana's album and blah blah blah, like this is where I'm at in life. Dave Grohl would be like, you could probably be on a song for Foo Fighters for 2 minutes, just standing there next to a microphone and be like, he was on Nirvana and make money just for where Dave Grohl is in life, where you are in life, and everybody would be cool. But he went about it absolutely wrong way. Absolute wrong way. Especially if everything was left to maybe not even Dave Grohl. From what I understand, it might be left to Courtney. So it might not even be left to the person that might be able to help you out. Does that make sense? So no, I just
You view it as he's just looking for a paycheck because it's an easy way out.
But it shouldn't be, because if you're making your life off of what you did, look at Pauly Shore. Like, fucking hey, if you're trying to make your life off of what you did when you were a baby, which your parents signed off on, you're dumb. And then to call it child pornography, fuck you, bro. It had nothing to do with you. You didn't have, it wasn't like fucking, come on, no. Sue your parents. Don't sue a band. Fuck you. I'm sorry.
Andres, thoughts?
I agree with pretty much everything Ash said. I will add some stuff. It's like yeah, yes, I think it does have the merit that it should be listened to by a judge. Just the lawsuit itself to bring it, because yes, how much rights do parents have to sell off nude photos of a child? Does that affect them in the future if you could tell that's them? That's something maybe a judge or the Supreme Court should rely on and vote on going forward as a society, whether they could sign off those rights of a child. So yes, maybe that does have merit there. But then it goes back, there's like those little angel cherub pictures of babies. Is that considered child porn now? Do those children have claims against whoever
But that's
those?
weird. It's weird because if a child kills somebody at 16, there's things that the parents are responsible for. If a child does what they do earlier than 18.
I think it's I
yeah.
think it's their likeness as a child going forward in the future, and they have no monetary recourse from it. Their parents got it, so it's like they signed that right off. Okay, so that's fine. I could see that being a case. The child porn part, it's like, yeah, it's kind of a reach, especially since he banked on this. He signed autographs. He reenacted this. It's like, was something going on before that and we didn't know? Possibly. We don't know him as a person. He's not a public person other than him doing this shit, using his past fame to make money. So if it was another person and it was more credible and they didn't seek to make money off of this, okay, I would listen to that.
But we didn't think of child porn like that. Like when we saw Nevermind, there was like an iconic.
Yes, but you and I don't have that in our mind like that.
Now they do.
Yeah.
Like, right. So this kid that came from where we were is banking on where they feel now with any baby, child, whatever.
That,
like
that goes back to what I said, where it was like, okay, it was like legally, as a legal standard going forward, can a parent sign off a child's right to this? And is it going to be a legal standard going forward? That's why I think it's something bigger that maybe, yes, it should be heard in the court of law. I don't agree with it. I don't. I would vote say against him or judge against him, for that matter. But maybe it does have merit to be heard. I don't think he's the like should be the poster boy bringing that forward. But I think it's just the guy who's doing it because maybe he does want money, and maybe if Courtney and Dave and Chris were smart, they could just throw him some bones and have the dude go away.
but that means don't bank on my shit ever again.
Yeah, of course.
But
with conditions.
Right. But if somebody came up and said like, hey, we need Autumn for a movie, and then Autumn at 18 was like, whatever this guy's doing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's hard because like, do you know what I mean? It's like
If I was to do that as a parent, I'd be like, okay, this is your money. I didn't earn this money. I may be your father, but I'm gonna put this money in an account away from not.
Right. There are now stipulations for any child that earns money as a working child. Their money is supposed to be in a trust fund and it's supposed to be held off by the parents for that child.
A Coogan account.
Exactly. However, we have cases, like Britney Spears, and they can claim a conservatorship or whatever for that child, and that may be some different stipulations. But I want to circle back to the point that you were making of the fact that the parents exposed the child when he was a child, because as a YouTube person or a person that watches YouTube, and I don't watch like the family blogging channels or whatnot, but I know that they exist, and so they post their children, and their children are often made to make content. I don't agree with that because I feel that is very unnormal for a child to be exposed to a camera all the time and have to have a performative lifestyle where they're like recording all the time. And it's like parents are now giving you this attention because the camera is in front of you rather than like there's a lot of psychological issues that can arise from that. And I cringe at it because I just don't like it at all. As far as it goes with this guy, it's definitely a reach on the suit. I don't know if it seems like a very douchey thing to do for somebody to be like, oh, well, I have signed albums. I have benefited from remaking the album cover over and over again. And now all of a sudden I want to claim that there was harm done to me because I was exploited. And I had no idea that I was exploited because I was a child. If it wasn't, like you said, something that was already established that he has already profited from this, I would believe it. But because he's already profited from it, I don't believe this claim at all whatsoever. Yeah. And I truly find it distasteful because if they're going to use this as like a standard or like a set going forward for even kids that are in any space, social media space or whatever, it sucks that it has to be with this guy and that he's kind of like the first one to bring something like this up. Luis, what are your thoughts on this?
I would say it's pretty consistent with around the room. I mean, we don't know the situation. We don't know him. Makes it really difficult, but it does seem a little suspect if it's now we're making this statement and claim. again, not to discredit how he felt or pressured or whatever. Obviously, he wasn't old enough to fucking make his own decisions. Just chuck him in a pool, take pictures. But it is suspect for sure, of just making this type of stink over it. Just I think in order to get the attention of saying this is kiddie porn, because that's going to get headlines and they're going to want to make that go away. I think that's pretty shitty, But I mean, the
I
business.
just don't agree with the allegation also of saying that cognizantly these people on the lawsuit were distributing it with the intent as is this child porn.
Right.
Because that is not at all why, it was distributed. It was distributed because it was a fucking badass album. And it's one of a great band. So it had nothing to do with him. That's also very narcissistic of him to even think that this was distributed because of him, whether that was the lawyer arguing that or him. It's
There was
very troublesome.
There was Bleach, there was other Nirvana, and there was the child being in it was a pool, but it was supposed to be a rebirth, and that was supposed to be the Nirvana that we know. But it ended up being that it's all of Nirvana, because Nirvana ended up playing a lot of old stuff in their live shows. But the one they got with Geffen, I think they were Geffen during Bleach too, but there was a
Sub
point.
Was Sub
Right.
Pop.
Yeah, Sub Pop. Thank you. There was a representation of them, and that's what the point of it was, and that's why they got a baby. But it wasn't supposed to. It was supposed to mean something to them and not to you. And when that got represented, it wasn't even by the band. It was kind of more by the fucking company being like, "This is us." And so that they're suing the band is weird. That the baby is suing after he is collected and fucking not Comic-Con, but he's gone to cons for this. None of this is. He's reaching, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna do this, Dave Grohl's gonna pay you off once, and you should never. You're just done. Go ahead and be an accountant or whatever the fuck you're gonna do for the rest of your life, but you're fucking done. There's no way to profit from it after
That's
this.
what he's doing. He's banking on, like, he fucking peaked
when he
peaked when he was 1.
Yeah, that's horrible, bro. You're done. You're done.
Admitting it,
you
like,
do everything after this. You could be like, you could go to Comic-Con in a year or two, whenever this fucking shit's done, and be like, you can have a whole little setup right next to fucking Rob Zombie. You're dumb as fuck.
Like, you fucking peaked at month-year-old. It's like that. Like, you.
And the
and
same.
Also, I'm sure that
putting an 11-year-old drummer on stage. You know what I mean? Like, you're suing freaking Mr. Rogers. You know what I mean? Like, you're dumb. Dave Grohl would put you on stage like, hey, this is called Learn to Fly. That guy is from the Nirvana album. Like, give him fucking money. You know what I mean? Like, this is his Kickstarter. Just if you do everything the right way, instead of fucking, I was on Nirvana's Nevermind, had nothing to do with anything, got paid 1 million times. I'm gonna sue him once. You're just dumb. Like, Dave Grohl's like gonna be. It's like I'm talking over. What am I thinking?
We get what you're saying.
He's continuing the legacy of Nirvana.
There's got to be more that we don't, because I'm sure
I'm sure he's gone back and tried to get money from the band and the album company, the record company, and Courtney and Kurt and Chris, or Courtney and Dave, sorry, and Chris before, and they're like, nah, bro, we see you signing your shit. We see what you're doing. Like, you're banking on this shit still. And they're like, no, we're not doing this. So I'm sure they went back. And he's like, all right, like, I'm gonna hook up with the lawyer and go fuck you guys over. So,
And then Luis is gonna wake up.
That's probably the conversation I'm sure that was had. And also, I mean, I'm sure, I don't think that the parents would be like, hey, son, go make your money saying that you're the Nirvana baby. You know, like, it was him that decided to actively say, I'm the Nirvana baby. Like, I have Nevermind tattooed on my chest and I'm going to do this action going forward. If he never would have chosen to do that, nobody would even fucking know that that was him. Like, I'm not going to look at a 30-year-old and be like, you know, I think you're the Nirvana baby.
Yeah,
I
he
totally
didn't
see
forward
it.
at that. Like, we wouldn't have known who he was.
Exactly. But good luck to you, sir, with your suit. I don't see it going very far, but we'll see
Good luck to you. Fuck
like
you.
how it plays out.
Fuck you. Yeah.
I get it.
I hope you fuck
So
for everything you've ever fucking tried for. I hope you got your money, but I hope you're done. Because you fuck yourself hard.
Ash has said it, so you know, sir, wish you whatever is coming to you. Karma will play out its part. So I will do the spoiler alert. Did anybody watch the latest episode of What If with Doctor Strange?
And
No?
The last one I saw was Chadwick Boseman
Same.
as Star-Lord. Spoiler alert. Star Alert.
we already know they mentioned.
So that's the last one I saw. But
Gotcha.
yeah.
Andres, you did not see the latest episode.
Watch the episode. Haven't had a chance.
Got you. Okay. So
Life is-
I will spoil alert again, just because I will give my thoughts on the episode. And I won't spoil a lot for you guys, because I'm sure you'll watch it and you'll enjoy it regardless of what I say. It is a very different type of episode than what we have seen so far from What If. I truly enjoyed it. It was dark, and it usually they culminate on a certain type of ending, and this, like I said, was very different than that. I'm sure we will discuss it going forward. But other than that, please let us again know your thoughts on our casting for Pulp Fiction. But this has been your episode of comics, and thank you for tuning in once again. And if you have watched the episode of What If with Doctor Strange and you want to talk about it, leave us a comment, and I will respond to you, or the guys will respond to you if they have already watched the episode. Like us, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe to our playlist that we do on Spotify. We put a lot of effort into it, especially Andres. He curates the list, and it just gives you a little insight of what we like as far as music and our taste. And we update it every week. So interact with us, and if you want to leave us a song choice that you would like to be added, please let us know as well, and we'll add it and give you a shout out on our post. But this has been Comics, and we are
Everywhere.
Thank you and good night.
Good morning, Luis.
Bye.